Have you ever heard the saying, "How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time." Well, that ancient wisdom has never been more relevant. In 2009, researchers at Stanford University discovered something crucial. Our brains are not wired to handle multiple tasks at once. Trying to juggle several things simultaneously doesn't make us faster. In fact, it makes us slower, more distracted, and much less efficient. Multitasking leads to something called attention residue. We lose clarity and can't tell what's important from what's just noise. Our brain struggles to switch gears smoothly, and the result is cognitive overload. But it gets worse. A study by the University of London found that multitasking can actually lower your IQ. Yes, really. People who engaged in multiple tasks at once performed as if they had the IQ of an 8-year-old, or as if they had just smoked marijuana. That's the level of mental fog we're talking about. And if you think this damage is only temporary, think again. Research from the University of Sussex used brain imaging to reveal something alarming. People who frequently switch between digital devices, like texting while watching TV, show a significant reduction in gray matter density in the anterior cingulate cortex. That's the area of the brain responsible for empathy, emotional regulation, and cognitive control. So, yes, multitasking doesn't just make you less productive. It changes your brain. American neuroscientist Daniel J. Levitin, in his book, The Organized Mind, explains that this rapid shifting of attention, what he calls context switching, triggers a flood of cortisol and adrenaline. These are the stress hormones that keep us in a state of fight or flight. Over time, this can lead to anxiety, aggression, and burnout. And then there's dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Each time we switch tasks and complete something quickly, we get a little dopamine hit. It feels satisfying. So we do it again and again. Before we know it, we're addicted to switching, chasing little bursts of pleasure from jumping between tasks. But there's a cost. As early as 2013, a study from Michigan State University had already linked frequent multitasking to increased levels of anxiety and depression. And according to Levitin, every time we engage in this kind of mental ping pong, we burn through oxygenated glucose, the brain's fuel for focus and concentration. The result? We feel drained, exhausted, depleted, even after just a couple of hours. Let this be your reminder. One thing at a time. That's how we protect our brain, our peace, and our presence. This was episode 3 of Mindfulness Unfolded. Subscribe to follow the rest of the journey into conscious living. If this episode made you pause and reflect, share it with someone who needs a little clarity too.